Hello everyone, Simus here, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved. Unfortunately, despite all of our efforts, we have not yet Bronto-proofed our base. As you can see, one did get in and is now stuck on my turtles. But what I have been doing, I didn't show this on camera because it's the exact same style we've been doing with other stuff like the pier. Is I basically put up this nice, not quite a stockade fence, but it is a Bronto blocker, basically. The mammoth can't go out through this side anymore, but all the other animals can right now. So, it's pretty simple. As you can see, we've got torches. I might have gone a little overboard with the torches, but I like the way that they look, and it does give off a lot of light. So I think I forgot to put one here, but that's okay. But this Bronto, he did not fall off the cliff or come in from this side. There's actually another Bronto over there stuck behind the rocks there. He came in from this side, and unfortunately I do still need to figure out a nice way to block this part. The thing is, I do kind of want to keep building on this side, like maybe go down as far as the lighthouse. But I don't really want to block this whole area off, so I just haven't decided exactly how to do it yet. But we do need to do something because every single time basically that I'm here at the island, we do end up with a Bronto in the way. This one, I am going to just go ahead and remove it because it's in the way and I don't really want to end up wrecking my base again. So we're just gonna use the admin commands and get rid of it. There we go. I know it's kind of cheating, but for the sake of my sanity and not having to rebuild my base every time there's a Bronto here, which is always, we're just gonna get rid of it that way. Because like I said before, we do have enough animal firepower to take on Brontos. The issue is that they're all smaller animals who get hit really hard by the knockback on the Brontos. So it becomes a really big problem. So far I'd say that's really the major problem with an herbivore only tame run, is that you can't really handle animals with a knockback until you have a Parasaur or a Bronto. We do have a Parasaur, but it can't get to the island because it won't go on the raft, which I think is kind of silly. Hopefully, we are supposed to get some tech tier rafts, and I'm really hoping that these rafts or boats or whatever they end up being will actually be able to carry any size animal. I mean, maybe not the Giga or the Titan when that comes out, but being able to actually carry larger animals around would be a huge help, especially the Parasaur, because they're very good utility animals, and I don't like having to keep mine all the way across the ocean here, basically. So he's basically hanging out by himself. I'm not super concerned about him, but in the off chance that something does attack him around there, we are going to not really have a good way to get to him. Because I haven't set up any defenses yet. I know I said I was thinking about doing plant decks and all that on the guard tower. I just haven't gotten to it yet because I've been working on other stuff. It hasn't been a huge deal, but knowing my luck, it will be at some point. But we did get this up and going. I think it's really nice. Yes, I have a lot of torches. But as you can see, I know I say that a lot, I can't help it. Even without Gamma up, we can still see what we're doing. And that's kind of the idea. I want to have enough lighting. Like, this is kind of silly. Because I don't want to put torches inside. I basically can't see anything without gamma. Because we have no... I could do wall torches, I guess. Actually, let's see. I know I learned the engram, so let's see if we can go ahead and make it. So I am going to turn gamma back up. Honestly, today is going to be kind of a laid-back day. Because I really didn't have anything planned out for what to do today. I've been really... we really need to work on getting a Bronto. Well, 2 Brontos, but we don't have kibble for 2. The issue is we're also waiting for the patch. Okay, where is my torch? Pretty sure I learned it. Wall torch, smithy. So it should be in here somewhere. Okay. So we need thatch and wood. Thatch, wood. Alright. We're gonna make... how many should we make? We'll start with 3. But I've really been waiting for the patch with the rhino because I really want to get a rhino for this playthrough. Which is why I can't look for Brontos yet. I know the patch is coming. I know it's going to take a long time to find a good Bronto. And the thing with that is I know I'm going to be destroying all dinosaurs on the patch so that we can... where do I want this torch? So that we can find them quicker. We're going to put this right here. But the downside to that is that if I do happen to find a Bronto between now and then, I need some of the flint too. Like, say I find a Bronto and the patch drops, I'm either going to have to wait to do a taming video on the rhino, or I'm going to lose the Bronto. So my solution is to wait until after the patch so I won't have to make that decision, but the problem is that we're supposed to get the patch this week and we still don't have an ETA yet. That's pretty standard for ARK, I'm aware of this, but it's still kind of irritating to me that I can't really plan what I'm gonna do for this playthrough until I know this particular bit of information. Where do we want this torch? I guess I'll put it next to the door. So I'm kind of at an impasse. That's actually one of the reasons why I went ahead and just built all this, because I don't really have much else to do. But since it's a type of building that we've already done, I didn't want to do that on camera, especially since I didn't really have the materials prepped. I was trying to figure out a way to use all of my old railings that I had left over from this part of the project. Obviously, I ended up making a whole lot more, but it works really well for right now. And then we need some more spark powder to run our torches. So that's what's going on with that. Basically, I don't really have too much planned for right now because we're waiting on the patch. So we're kind of just going to do a laid back, hang out around the base. So now we can actually see what we're doing inside the base with our torches. I'd be interested to know, can you... Okay. You cannot pin code torches, so you can't use them with a keypad. I didn't expect you to be able to, that would be kind of weird, but it would be very useful. Okay, we're gonna split that stack. So So we're just gonna add a little bit of lighting here. It's better than nothing. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn the lights back off and see how useful the torch is. A little bit. I actually need at least... It looks like I'm gonna need at least 2 more in each building. And we really need... I wish that these... like this area with the pillar and the torches that we had survived. It would make it so much easier. Because we can't see anything right now. I might just pull these 2 railings out, put the pillar in, and so I at least have something. That happened a while ago too now, as far as this playthrough is concerned. That was like episode, what, 7 or 8? So it's been quite a while since then. But the repercussions, we're still feeling them here and there. So my turtles now have their own area. I could set them to wander if I wanted to. I don't think I'll do a separate pen for them just because we now have that part blocked off. And they're not going to be wandering or anything, but I probably should move them all into the water. I might have the beaver around here too. So we still have a bunch of wild animals kind of roaming around in here, which is really cool. I like the effect that it has, that it's like this pen area is actually alive a little bit. And the spike walls are doing their job in an excellent fashion. Nothing has fallen in from up there. I think I'm a little short on this side for the spike walls, so, because if the Bronto gets on the rocks over here, it can theoretically still fall in, which is really irritating. That's the one thing I don't really get, is that the AI is really simplistic and they will just walk into stuff. I'm sure that's not easy to code to have them actually kind of go around obstacles, but it would be nice if they did. Because it's kind of stupid walking around and there's just animals stuck everywhere on things that, like this Theo here who's stuck on a piece of driftwood, literally. Yellow drop, you're so troll. I still don't have a GPS. I might break down and learn the engram. The only thing with that is I would also need a fabricator, and where I've gone really low tech, I would need to actually go ahead and make all of that. Excuse me. It's a really dreary day outside, so it's making me kind of in a sleepy sort of mood. I am thinking we might still do this port idea that I had. We have the lighthouse already, but where I was going to make this whole area basically blocked off into like a super fancy port. The only problem with doing that is those, as you can see, there's 2 megs right there. There's probably one on that side that I can't see. But trying to build underwater is going to be a huge, huge issue when we don't have any underwater mounts because we can't tame any of them. I know you can give an Ankyl as chowder. See, there's a meg right there. 2 megs. There's actually a dolphin, an ichthyosaur, right there too. For some reason, sharks don't seem to aggro them. Well, we have the beaver, and we could use a turtle. I'll think about it. Look at that, though. That looks really nice, doesn't it? If there were NPC characters, you could just kind of imagine them walking around over there, like going building to building, or riding a dinosaur around. And then over here we got the lighthouse. Unfortunately, it looks like I did actually run out of fuel for the beacon, so I guess let's go ahead and fill that back up. It's not a very good lighthouse if you can't see it. Actually, I used all of my spark powder to fill all the torches and everything, so I had to make some more. But that's fine. Spark powder is a really easy resource to get. I actually have a whole bunch of flint stored up anyway, so it would just be getting stone, which we have in abundance. Look at it all. Lots of stone. Also, I don't know if this is, I don't think it's a new thing, but refertilizer seems to be broken on single player. I was trying to use some refertilizer earlier and it did literally nothing. So unfortunately we cannot regrow all of the trees and stuff in our pen. It's disappointing. Yeah, let's go right on up here. You know you've built a tall structure when you're eye level with a Terra. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. There. I thought something was missing. Okay, now back down. Actually. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. I thought about trying to figure out how to get like a spiral ramp up around here. I'm not sure that it's possible simply because ramps are longer than one foundation. They're like 1.5 foundations long. I could maybe do it with the sloped roofs, but they're a pain to work with. There, so literally everything about our base is made of fire. Torches. More torches. It is very peaceful on this island, I will grant it that. When you don't have Brontos stomping around in your base anyway. The Stego I don't mind too much, because he doesn't actually get stuck on anything, he just kind of roams around. And they do, I've seen them walk, the wild ones walking in and out, which is kind of funny. So if you're looking to build a base here on Herbivore Island, definitely do this part first. Obviously you don't have to do this particular style, but do figure something out to block the Brontos out, because Brontos are really annoying. That one is okay over there. So right now, off camera, but aside from building, all I've really been doing is collecting eggs. We're getting them at a really nice clip right now, which is fantastic. So, and yesterday I killed that alpha raptor, and we got lots of jerky cooking. I guess while we're here, we can go ahead and check on our jerky stock and see how that's doing. Parking the raft is still annoying, even with the alterations that I made. It's really unfortunate, but because the raft doesn't clip into the end of the dock, it just keeps going until we hit the pillars, and that's really what causes the issue. I might make some smaller towers around here on these little islands. Like, I'll take the rocks down and make little towers. Even if we don't do a full port, I still think it'll look good. And you should actually be able to see it from the outpost here. This outpost really does feel small, doesn't it? I mean, it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like a major base. Alright, how you doing, Chef? He still hasn't even recovered all his HP from our alpha battle. Let's see, stone. Lots of thatch. Yeah, let's see. Okay. So this is gonna take a while. Because obviously when you log off of single player, time doesn't pass. So this is really handy. I'm glad I built that into it. So it is gonna take quite a while to get our jerky stock back up. Let's see what we've got for supplies in here. More flint. I have narcotics everywhere. I really do. I need to kind of, I have like 4 crossbows now too. So we have a lot of just various supplies. And gotta crouch to get in. That's still irritating. That's one of my pet peeves about. Okay. The building system is that it's so weird that way. Alright, so that's really all we needed. Like I said, this is kind of supposed to be a laid-back kind of thing. We're not doing anything in particular until the patch comes out. So it's kind of a waiting game right now. Alright, so you can almost see the lighthouse from there, from the coastline. That's really cool. You'd definitely be able to see small towers over here. That's a really small island to have 3 animals on. I'm pretty sure the Fio got chased. Because I know I hit one while I was collecting wood and it ran off, so maybe that's that one. Assuming it didn't get eaten by one of these guys down here. Can you imagine if you could put, like, the glass ceilings on your raft and while you're driving you could just look down and see the sharks? That'd be a little bit terrifying. I mean, they're terrifying now. Alright. Terrible parking job accomplished. Gotta have some more sparky powder. I'm not gonna keep all of these going all the time. I'm just too lazy to turn them off right now. Yeah, that, and that. So this is just how island life has been. It's very low-key. Not much happening, so it's a nice break from the predator-infested mainland. This Bronto's wandering a little bit close. What I could do is just keep this gate open. Then, like, this Stego could wander in if he wants. I don't care about the smaller ones, but it would block the Bronto. I think I already checked this Bronto's level, but yeah, 68. Too low. Ideally, we do want a 120 for taking on the Alpha Rex. But if we cannot find one, we will have to roll with just whatever 100 plus we can find. Ideally it will be 120, but that one's a 36. I assume another one will respawn to replace the one that we destroyed. 8. So I think actually the other thing I'll do for the other video today is maybe I will do the base tour later on. Maybe. Oh, it looks like it did respawn already. I might just do that. Because my base on the other server is not at all like this one. Let's see what we got here. Level 4, not the least bit helpful. Blue drop. Let's see what we got. Anything good? The blueprint is useless. Saddle one anyway, but we'll keep the one for the pick. So yeah, there's really not a whole lot going on today. I just don't have anything on the docket. We could do some more building, maybe. But I think I am gonna stick with the same basic style for the walls, like doing the railings. The stockade fences are really impressive, but they are a lot of materials, and it blocks the view. This is PvE and single player. I don't care about defenses aside from keeping unwanted animals out. I just want it to look nice, which is why we have railings acting as our walls, because then you can still see through them. If I was going super defensive, this would be like, you can get some really crazy walls going. So let's just see how everyone's doing. I tried to refertilize right in here and not a single plant grew back. Their little altar. And the dodo. Still popping out those eggs. I kind of feel bad eating eggs in front of dodos, but they don't seem to care that much since they keep laying them. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be about it for this episode. So we got to kind of spend a little time hanging around, just improving the base, getting some things done. I really hope the patch comes down soon. I mean, obviously there's not that many days left in the week, so it kind of has to at this point. I was really hoping it would be here by now. But as soon as it does come down, we will get that rhino, and then we can start looking for brontos. So I'll probably scout the brontos out myself off camera. It's going to take forever. And we need time to build up the jerky stores again anyways, so not that big of a deal. But anyways, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys all have an excellent weekend, and I shall see you all in the next video.